August has been over for 2 weeks already, and I'm very late, so that means I'm going to rank every movie I saw in August 2019. The order of movies I saw in August were Scream, Hobbs and Shaw, Haywire, Hot Fuzz, Misery, The Farewell, Independence Day, Olympus Has Fallen, Ready or Not, The Last Samurai, Good Boys, and London Has Fallen. Now, with that being said, let's just get right into the video. In last place is going to be The Farewell. I'm just going to say that I really like this movie even though it's in last place, but I didn't have much fun during it, so it's hard to put it higher on this list, and sorry about that. It's hard to put this much higher on my list because I appreciate it so much as a movie, but I just can't say I had a great experience with it, even though I appreciate the technical value of this movie and how well made it is, but really I just didn't have a great time with it. But still, I recommend seeing it if you haven't seen it. In 11th place is going to be Haywire. This is such a unique spy thriller. I've seen stuff kind of similar to it, but like movies like kind of this. I don't know, it gives me these like weird feelings, like movies like this. I like stuttering way too much. Movies like this kind of give me like this weird vibe, you know. It has like that weird kind of like early 2000s or late 2000s kind of movie, but you guys probably don't know what I'm talking about, but if you do, then like, you know, we can relate on that. But this movie just gave me kind of like a weird vibe, and I can't explain it, but like that's the best I could do. I do like this movie, I just don't love it, and maybe I'll rewatch it one day and see what I think, but I don't know. I really don't know what to think about this movie. So right now it's at 11th place, but who knows? Maybe one day it'll be on my list again and maybe I'll like it more. In 10th place is going to be Scream. I like this movie. It's a fun movie with good performances and some pretty suspenseful scenes. The whole who's the culprit concept is great, and it's kind of weird that I just got to see this movie, well, just got to a month ago. But sometimes the self-awareness of this movie, though, like, you know, that's really mostly what it is, could get annoying since it keeps reminding us that we are watching a movie. But as a whole, I think this is a good and enjoyable 90s horror movie. In 9th place is going to be Ready or Not. I would have loved this movie if the characters were a lot more developed. Still, this movie had great performances and such a fun vibe to it. And it's easy to have fun with it, but it's a hard movie to see more than just like an enjoyable thriller, horror thriller, you know. It's not really horror even, you know, it's really just like lots of suspenseful scenes. There's some horror in it, but like barely any. It's really just a thriller. In 8th place is going to be Hobbs and Shaw. I had a really good time at this movie. Me and my friends saw it in IMAX opening night, and what was weird is I remember seeing The Fate of the Furious in IMAX. I'm not sure if that was opening night or if it was the week after. I think it was the week after, but the whole theater was filled, and it was actually the exact room I saw Hobbs and Shaw in. I was a few rows behind where I was during Fate of the Furious, and during that movie there were so many more people than there was in Hobbs and Shaw, which was weird. And you know, I really just thought that was strange. Because, like, you know, it's Hobbs and Shaw. I don't know why a lot less people went to see this one. But anyways, I really like this movie for what it is. A cheesy, brainless action blockbuster that you could just have fun with. And I certainly did. Taking the spot of 7th place is going to be Hot Fuzz. This movie's great. It has the perfect amount of self-awareness and the perfect amount of jokes and heartfelt moments. Simon Pegg is terrific in this movie, and I had a good time watching him. He just adds a lot of, like, you know, fun and just, you know, you could tell he wants to be there. This movie is strange in a way that makes you curious to see what happens next. That's definitely something I appreciated about it a lot, and if you haven't seen it, I definitely recommend it. In 6th place is going to be Olympus Has Fallen. Now, I'm thinking about it, and I don't know which I like better, Hot Fuzz or Olympus Has Fallen, because they're both different movies, but like, you know, I feel like I'm gonna like finish this video and then Hot Fuzz I'm gonna like feel like is above Olympus, but right now I'm gonna have Olympus right here. When it comes to fun action movies, this movie just knows what it's doing. It is filled with fun shootouts and hand-to-hand fight scenes. It has a cool hero, Mike Banning, and a suspenseful story, and the first attack scene in this movie is super suspenseful. This is just a fun throwback over-the-top action film that I had a great time watching. In 5th place is going to be Independence Day. Will Smith punches an alien in this movie. That's all I have to say. This movie is gold. It's so fun and so over the top. I loved it. It's very long, but it's paced really well. And this movie just has those moments where you're like, hell yeah! Like, you know, you're just... Oh, I hate myself. This movie just has those scenes where you're like, hell yeah. And it has a lot of energy from the actors. And this movie's just a blast. And if you haven't seen it, I highly recommend it. In fourth place is going to be London Has Fallen. Choosing between this and Independence Day was pretty hard, but as you could see, I went with this. I like this movie way more than I should. This movie is what Mile 22 should have been. It has lots of suspense, it's over the top, and the chemistry between Gerard Butler and Aaron Eckhart is great. And I don't know why, I just really like this movie. And I just had a total blast watching it because the action is so like entertaining, and there's one shootout in this movie that is like amazing. And yeah, I just like, it's very consistent, and you know, it's like, you know, more people like, I like this movie more than more people. I like this movie more than most people, but it just gave me really what I wanted from it. In third place is going to be Good Boys. Now, disregarding what I said when talking about The Farewell, if this list was based on pure entertainment, this movie would be at the top. I mean, I lost my shit during this movie. Like, me and my friend were crying during this one scene because it was so damn funny. There was lots of awkward and hilarious moments that I loved in this movie. It's not perfect, but some of the jokes could have been more consistent, and some fall flat. But anyways, I just had a great time watching this movie because most of the jokes I was laughing my ass off during. And it's just a ton of fun to see like this cast like interact with each other. And if you haven't seen it, if you're into like raunchy comedy movies, then I definitely recommend you check it out. In second place is going to be Misery. This movie is fantastic. It is super suspenseful, very interesting, and very just purely enjoyable. It's a great movie that if you haven't seen, you should definitely check out if you want an A-level horror or suspense film, whatever you want to call it. And it just leaves you off like, just like, whoa, that was a great movie. Because like, you know, there's just scenes in this movie that are like, you know, like you kind of think about them, and it's like, it's such a strange movie, but like at the same time, it's just so well done. This movie was really everything I wanted it to be, and I recommend checking it out. But in first place is going to be The Last Samurai. This movie has the emotion, the epic battle sequences, and the great performances. Tom Cruise is at his best here, and this movie does a great job of exploring his tribe or civilization, and having Tom Cruise's character developed over the whole movie. This movie was just super satisfying in the end, because I saw some great war action sequences, and I felt the emotion of this movie. Anyways, that's all for this list. Thank you guys so much for watching. Look forward to hopefully a full season 1 review of The Boys, and of other videos soon, including all the Rambo movies reviewed, and hopefully when Last Blood comes out, I'll rank them as well. And as always, I'll see you guys next time.